Hello students, welcome to Affairs Cloud. My name is Vikas. We have an app by the name Careers Cloud which you can go and download through Play Store. Once you have downloaded the application, you will be able to easily log in using your Gmail ID. Once you have logged in, you will be redirected to this page where you will be getting this UI and there will be option for home, all courses, my courses and doubt section. On this application, you will be getting multiple PDFs, multiple content on daily basis that will be enhancing your learning. Our first segment is daily current affairs. We make sure to provide you current affairs on daily basis in both English as well as in Hindi content. The PDFs for the same are uploaded on our application, and apart from this, we also make sure to provide you with quizzes that will help you to revise the content after you have gone through the PDF. Next comes our weekly content. The content is also provided in both English as well as in Hindi, and here we also make sure to provide you quiz also of that past week's current affairs that will be enhancing your learning, as it is a compilation of the important topics, important MCQ questions for the last week. Similar for the monthly, the PDFs are very important. They provide you insights of various topics, as well as we also make sure to provide you the quiz of monthly questions that are very important for learning. Next, we also provide you with important PIB articles on daily basis so that you can go through these articles and have an insight about that particular topic. Not just this, we also make sure to provide you important events that are happening globally and make sure to give you the right analysis. One of the most important segment of our application is that we make sure to provide you with the correct exam analysis. When you are having exam, we make sure to provide you with previous year questions so that the student can go through the exam pattern and the syllabus and can prepare the exam accordingly based on the pattern. After the exam, we also make sure to provide you with the exam analysis. Then for the students who are preparing for state exams, they will be also beneficial here, as we will make sure to provide with state-wise current affairs for them. Apart from this, we also make sure to cover the topic-wise current affairs such as your national affairs, government schemes, international affairs, banking and finance, economy and businesses, as these are the topics from which the examiner definitely asks the question, and these are covered on the monthly basis. So friends, do check our application. It will be a one-stop solution for learning. Apart from this, friends, Careers Cloud is hiring. We are looking for candidates for subject matter experts in quants, reasoning and English, and also we are looking for a content creator for current affairs topic on daily basis, weekly basis and monthly basis. There is also an opening for a person who can translate the English content into Hindi. If you want to apply, you can scan the code here for further details, or you can go to the description and click the link below. These positions are available both in full-time and freelance for serious candidates. Apart from this, all those students who are going to attend SBI Clerk Mains exam on 4th of March, kindly share the general awareness questions that will be asked in the exam, as these statement type questions are being increased and it is getting difficult to get the exact questions for our analysis. These analysis will help the students in future for preparation and getting the idea of what type of questions are being asked in the exam. There are three ways by which you can share the question. First way, that is you can mail us. Second, we have initiated a post in our Careers Cloud application that is specifically for these questions only. You can comment below the questions in that post. And third way, you can comment the questions in these videos comment section also. And best of luck to all those students who will be attending the question paper on 4th of March. हेलो एवरीवन, तो इस वीडियो में हम स्पोर्ट्स, बुक्स एंड ऑथर्स एंड ऑब्यूटरी, इन तीन टॉपिक्स के करंट अफेयर्स डिस्कस करेंगे फॉर जनवरी मंथ. काफ़ी इंपॉर्टेंट सेशन रहेगा, तो एंड तक बने रहिएगा. चलिए स्टार्ट करें. अभी हम बात कर रहे हैं वर्ल्ड रैपिड चेस चैंपियनशिप टाइटल की. इसमें मेंस कैटेगरी में किन्होंने जीता? मैग्नस कार्लसन ने, एंड ये इनका 5th टाइटल रहेगा. वहीं पे अगर हम बात करें वर्ल्ड रैपिड चेस चैंपियनशिप की वीमेंस कैटेगरी की, तो ये किन्होंने जीता? ये जीता रशियन चेस प्लेयर एनास्टेसिया बोंडारुक ने. और इन्होंने किनको फाइनल में हराया? इन्होंने कोनेरू हम्पी को, इंडिया के ग्रैंड मास्टर को फाइनल में हराया टू विन दिस वीमेंस टाइटल. ठीक है, तो ये मार्क करेंगे. ये याद रखना, ये है वर्ल्ड रैपिड चेस चैंपियनशिप. अब मैं बात कर रहा हूं वर्ल्ड ब्लिस चेस चैंपियनशिप की. इसमें मेंस कैटेगरी में कौन जीते? वर्ल्ड के नंबर 1 प्लेयर मैग्नस कार्लसन, एंड यहीं पे रशियन ग्रैंड मास्टर कौन है फॉर वीमेंस कैटेगरी जिन्होंने जीता, वो है वैलेंटिना यूनिना। एंड मैग्नस कार्लसन ने इस टाइटल को कौन सी बार जीत लिया है, फॉर द 7th टाइम। तो राइट ऑप्शन बनता है ऑप्शन 2। याद रख क्या कंफ्यूजिंग वाली चीज होगी, वर्ल्ड ब्लिट्ज चेस चैंपियनशिप है यहाँ पर जिसमें 7वीं बार मैग्नस कार्लसन ने जीता, एंड वर्ल्ड रैपिड चेस चैंपियनशिप को 5वीं बार मैग्नस कार्लसन ने जीता। नेक्स्ट आ जाते हैं, नेम द ऑस्ट्रेलियन बैट्समैन जिन्होंने भी अनाउंस कर दी रिटायरमेंट फ्रॉम ओडीआई क्रिकेट एंड टेस्ट क्रिकेट। कौन रहेंगे वो है डेविड वार्नर, ऑस्ट्रेलियन प्लेयर है, इन्होंने यहाँ पे रिटायरमेंट अनाउंस कर दी है। नेक्स्ट, विच कंट्री हैज रिसेंटली वन यूनाइटेड कप 2024 टाइटल बाय डिफीटिंग पोलैंड टेनिस टीम, तो वो है जर्मनी। राइट, तो अभी रिसेंटली जर्मनी ने यूनाइटेड कप 2024 टाइटल को जीत लिया है बाय डिफीटिंग पोलैंड टेनिस टीम इन द फाइनल। इसका जो फाइनल इवेंट हुआ था, जो लोकेशन है, ये इवेंट कहां पे चल रहा है यूनाइटेड कप, ये ऑस्ट्रेलिया में हुआ था। नेक्स्ट, इंडियन क्रिकेट टीम वन द ओडीआई टेस्ट सीरीज अंडर द कैप्टनशिप ऑफ whom, अंडर द कैप्टनशिप ऑफ केएल राहुल ड्यूरिंग द टूर ऑफ साउथ अफ्रीका। ड्यूरिंग द टूर ऑफ साउथ अफ्रीका इंडिया की क्रिकेट टीम ने ओडीआई सीरीज जीत ली है, वहीं पर जो T20 इंटरनेशनल है एंड टेस्ट सीरीज है ये ड्रॉ हुई। राइट, एंड केएल राहुल ने इसको जीत लिया, कैप्टनशिप थे, ये कैप्टन थे इंडियन क्रिकेट टीम के फॉर द टूर ऑफ साउथ अफ्रीका। नेक्स्ट, फॉर्मर टेस्ट कैप्टन ऑफ डैश कंट्री डीन एल्गर, इन्होंने अभी रिटायरमेंट अनाउंस कर दिया है इंटरनेशनल क्रिकेट से। तो ये जो डीन एल्गर है ये साउथ अफ्रीका के कैप्टन थे, करेक्ट, एंड फॉर्मर टेस्ट कैप्टन थे और इन्होंने रिटायरमेंट अनाउंस कर दिया। नेक्स्ट, विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इंडियन बैडमिंटन प्लेयर्स हैव वन द सिल्वर मेडल इन द मेंस डबल ऑफ द योनेक्स सनराइज इंडिया ओपन 24 हेल्ड इन न्यू दिल्ली। तो सिल्वर मेडल जीता, सेकंड पोजीशन आई। कौन है फेमस इंडिया के बैडमिंटन मेंस डबल प्लेयर, वो है स्वास्तिक साईराज रानिक रेड्डी एंड चिराग शेट्टी। इन दोनों ने यहाँ पे जीत लिया है मेंस डबल योनेक्स सनराइज इंडिया ओपन 2024 को, जो न्यू दिल्ली में हुआ था। नेक्स्ट, विच टीम हैज रिसेंटली वन ऑस्ट्रेलियाज बिग बैश लीग। ये जो बिग बैश लीग है ना, ये सिमिलर है टू आईपीएल। जैसे इंडिया में आईपीएल होता है तो ऑस्ट्रेलिया में बिग बैश लीग होती है, ये क्रिकेट से रिलेट करता है। तो पूछा जा रहा है किस टीम ने यहाँ पे बिग बैश लीग को जीत लिया है, तो वो है ब्रिस्बेन हीट ने। ब्रिस्बेन हीट ये क्रिकेट टीम का नाम है जिन्होंने इसको जीत लिया है, एंड ये 13th एडिशन है आपका बिग बैश लीग का। नेक्स्ट, विच फुटबॉल टीम वन द इंडियन सुपर कप 2024 डिफीटिंग ओडिशा फुटबॉल क्लब इन द फाइनल्स एट द कलिंगा स्टेडियम इन भुवनेश्वर ओडिशा। तो भुवनेश्वर ओडिशा में अभी इंडियन सुपर कप 2024 को जीतने वाली टीम कौन सी बन गई, वो है ईस्ट बंगाल फुटबॉल क्लब। राइट, एंड ये अगर पूछा जाए कि इंडिया सुपर कप 2024 ये जो इवेंट है, ये जो टाइटल है, ये किस स्पोर्ट से बिलोंग करता है, तो ये आपका फुटबॉल से बिलोंग करता है, एंड ओडिशा की फुटबॉल क्लब ने यहां पर इसको जीत लिया है। तो ये तो थे फ्रेंड्स कुछ स्पोर्ट्स से रिलेटेड। अब आ जाते हैं आपसे बुक्स एंड ऑथर्स पर। विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग पर्सनैलिटीज हैव रिसेंटली ऑथर्ड द बुक राम मंदिर राष्ट्र मंदिर एक साजी विरासत। राइट, यह है राम मंदिर राष्ट्र मंदिर एक सजी विरासत। इस बुक को केरला गवर्नर आरिफ मोहम्मद खान के द्वारा लॉन्च किया गया। पूछा जा रहा है कि यहाँ पे कौन है वो पर्सनैलिटी जिन्होंने इस बुक को ऑथर किया, वो है गीता सिंह एंड आरिफ खान भारती। इन दोनों के द्वारा इस बुक को ऑथर किया गया, एंड रंग भवन ऑडिटोरियम आकाशवाणी में इस बुक का लॉन्च इवेंट था। एंड ये बुक एक्सप्लोर करती है अबाउट द इन्फ्लुएंस ऑफ लॉर्ड रामन नॉट इन इंडिया बट इन एशियन कॉन्टिनेंट्स ऑल्सो। नेक्स्ट, तमिलनाडु के चीफ मिनिस्टर M.K. स्टालिन ने रिलीज की अ तमिल बुक जिसका टाइटल रहेगा महाकविथाई। ये जो महाकविताई बुक है ये किन के द्वारा लिखी गई है, तो वेराई मुथु, राइट, इनके द्वारा इस बुक को ऑथर किया गया है महाकविथाई को। ये जो बुक है ये बेसिकली बताती है अबाउट द जेनेसिस ऑफ इन्वायरमेंट, यूनिवर्स, प्लैनेट अर्थ के बारे में, 5 एलिमेंट्स के बारे में, क्लाइमेट चेंज के बारे में, राइट, एंड उसका इम्पैक्ट जो रहता है। मूविंग ऑन, संस्कृत के आयाम, ये बुक जनरल वीके सिंह के द्वारा अभी रिलीज की गई, जो कि यूनियन मिनिस्टर ऑफ स्टेट है ऑफ रोड ट्रांसपोर्ट एंड हाईवेज एंड सिविल एविएशन, जनवरी में। पूछा जा रहा है ये संस्कृति के आयाम इस बुक को किन के द्वारा ऑथर किया गया, तो मनोरमा मिश्रा के द्वारा इस बुक को यहाँ पर ऑथर किया गया है। ये बुक ऑथर की गई हिंदी लैंग्वेज में, एंड नेशनल बुक ट्रस्ट के द्वारा इस बुक को यहाँ पे लॉन्च किया जाएगा। एंड ये जो बुक है बेसिकली इंडियन नॉलेज, ट्रेडिशन, कल्चर के बारे में बात करती है। नेक्स्ट, फॉर्मर चीफ ऑफ आर्मी स्टाफ डैश हैज पेन्ड हिज ऑटोबायोग्राफी टाइटल्ड 4 स्टार्स ऑफ डेस्टिनी एंड ऑटोबायोग्राफी विच इज सेट टू पब्लिश इन जनवरी 2024। तो जनरल मनोज मुकुंद नरवणे, राइट, ये वो फॉर्मर चीफ ऑफ आर्मी स्टाफ हैं, जिन्होंने अपनी पेंड मतलब खुद अपनी बायोग्राफी लिखी, जिसका नाम रहेगा 4 स्टार्स ऑफ डेस्टिनी एंड ऑटोबायोग्राफी। मूविंग ऑन, नेम द यूनियन मिनिस्टर हु रिसेंटली रिलीज्ड अ हैंडबुक जिसका टाइटल है पंचायत फ्री फ्रॉम जेंडर बेस्ड वायलेंस अ हैंडबुक फॉर इलेक्टेड रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स। तो कौन है यूनियन मिनिस्टर? वो है गिरिराज सिंह, जो कि यूनियन मिनिस्टर है ऑफ पंचायती राज। उनके द्वारा इस बुक को यहाँ पे रिलीज किया गया। नेक्स्ट, नेम द यूनियन मिनिस्टर हु ऑथर्ड द बुक फर्टिलाइजिंग द फ्यूचर भारत मार्च टुवर्ड फर्टिलाइजर सेल्फ एफिशिएंसी। तो कौन है वो यूनियन मिनिस्टर? मनसुख मांडविया जी के द्वारा इस बुक को यहाँ पे ऑथर किया गया। एंड इस बुक को जगदीप धनखड़, जो कि वाइस प्रेसिडेंट हैं इंडिया के, उनके द्वारा इस बुक को रिलीज किया गया। एंड इसकी एक हिंदी वर्जन भी बुक की रिलीज की गई है। तो दोस्तों ये हो गए हमारे बुक्स एंड ऑथर्स। अब चलते हैं ऑब्यूटरी के ऊपर। फॉर्मर इंडियन फुटबॉलर जो कि डिफेंडर थे, इनका रिसेंटली निधन हो गया। तो प्रबीर मजूमदार, ये वो फॉर्मर इंडियन फुटबॉलर हैं, ये डिफेंडर थे जिनका 77 की एज में निधन हो गया इन कोलकाता वेस्ट बंगाल। एंड इन्होंने 1974 के एशियन गेम्स में काफ़ी सिग्निफिकेंट रोल प्ले किया था। नेक्स्ट, पद्मा भूषण अवॉर्डी प्रोफेसर वेद प्रकाश नंदा, ये एक इंडियन अमेरिकन एकेडमिक एंड एक्सपर्ट हैं, राइट। एंड ये एक्सपर्ट हैं ऑन इंटरनेशनल लॉ। तो इनका रिसेंटली निधन होगा। पूछा जा रहा है प्रोफेसर वेद प्रकाश नंदा, इनको पद्मा भूषण से इन द फील्ड ऑफ लिटरेचर एंड एजुकेशन किस साल में सम्मानित किया गया? तो 2018 में इनको ऑनर किया गया था पद्मा भूषण से, राइट। नेक्स्ट आ जाते हैं फ्रेंच बेकनबॉर। ये वर्ल्ड कप विनिंग फुटबॉल टीम प्लेयर रह चुके हैं 2 टाइम एंड इनका रिसेंटली निधन हो गया। पूछा जा रहा है फ्रेंच बेकनबॉर, ये जो काफ़ी फेमस फुटबॉलर थे, इनका रिसेंटली निधन हो गया। ये किस कंट्री से बिलोंग करते हैं? तो ये ब्राज़ील से बिलोंग करते हैं। नेक्स्ट, रिनॉन्ड हिंदुस्तानी क्लासिकल सिंगर एंड पद्मा अवॉर्डी उस्ताद राशिद खान, इनका रिसेंटली निधन हो गया जनवरी में। इन विच ईयर डिड ही रिसीव पद्मा भूषण अवार्ड इन द फील्ड ऑफ आर्ट्स? तो इनको पद्मा भूषण अवार्ड से कब सम्मानित किया गया था? 2022 में, राइट। उस्ताद राशिद खान को कोलकाता वेस्ट बंगाल में निधन हो गया। पद्माश्री जो कि 4th हाईएस्ट सिविलियन अवार्ड है 2006 में। पद्मा भूषण 3rd हाईएस्ट सिविलियन अवार्ड है 2022 में। एंड इनको संगीत नाटक अकेडमी अवार्ड से भी सम्मानित किया गया था 2006 में, ठीक है। नेक्स्ट, इन जनवरी नोटेड हिंदी एंड भोजपुरी पोएट एंड लिटरेचर डैश पास्ट अवे। हिंदी एंड भोजपुरी पोएट जिनका रिसेंटली निधन हो गया वो है पंडित हरिराम द्विवेदी। पंडित हरिराम द्विवेदी, करेक्ट। एंड इनको साहित्य अकेडमी भाषा सम्मान से सम्मानित किया गया था 2013 में फॉर हिज कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन टू भोजपुरी लैंग्वेज। नेक्स्ट, विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग पर्सनैलिटीज डिड नॉट एडिट द बुक मोदी एनर्जाइजिंग अ ग्रीन फ्यूचर? ये बुक लॉन्च की गई थी यूनियन मिनिस्टर ऑफ एनवायरमेंट फॉरेस्ट एंड क्लाइमेट चेंज भूपेंद्र यादव जी के द्वारा इन जनवरी 2024। तो इनमें से किन्होंने इस बुक को एडिट नहीं किया? वो है दीपेश प्रकाश। बाकी सभी ने इस बुक में अपना कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन दिया है। नेक्स्ट, इन जैन पद्मा अवॉर्डी एंड रिनोन्ड क्लासिकल वोकलिस्ट प्रभा अत्रे, इनका रिसेंटली निधन हो गया। प्रभा अत्रे ने पद्मा विभूषण इनको रिसीव किया गया था इन द फील्ड ऑफ आर्ट्स इन विच ईयर? तो प्रभा अत्रे को पद्मा भूषण से सम्मानित किया गया था, पद्मा विभूषण से सम्मानित किया गया था 2022 में। लेकिन याद रखेंगे इनको तीनों पद्मा अवार्ड से सम्मानित किया जा चुका है। पद्मा श्री से इनको 1990 में सम्मानित किया गया, पद्मा भूषण से इनको 2002 में एंड पद्मा विभूषण से इनको 2022 में एंड इन द फील्ड ऑफ आर्ट्स यहाँ पर इनको सम्मानित करा गया। नेक्स्ट, इन जनवरी रिनोन्ड उर्दू पोएट जिनका निधन हो गया वो कौन है? वो है मुन्नावर राना। मुन्नावर राना एट द एज ऑफ 71 इन लखनऊ यूपी इनका निधन हो गया एंड काफ़ी फेमस उर्दू पोएट हैं, ये याद रखेंगे। नेक्स्ट, इन जनवरी डैश फॉर्मर नेशनल हॉकी प्लेयर ऑफ सिंगापुर हु कम्पीटेड इन 1956 मेलबर्न ओलंपिक गेम्स, उनका निधन हो गया। वो हैं कौन? अजीत सिंह गिल, राइट। फॉर्मर नेशनल हॉकी प्लेयर ऑफ सिंगापुर, इनका रिसेंटली निधन हो गया। नेक्स्ट, इन जनवरी 2024 रिनोन्ड कैनेडियन डायरेक्टर एंड प्रोड्यूसर, इन कौन है वो जिनका निधन हो गया? तो कैनेडियन डायरेक्टर एंड प्रोड्यूसर नॉर्मन जेविसन, इनका रिसेंटली निधन हो गया एट द एज ऑफ 97 इन लॉस एंजलिस यूएसए। नेक्स्ट, गुरविंदर सिंह तलवार, जिनको राणा तलवार के नाम से भी जानते हैं, ये वो पहले इंडियन थे एंड एशियन थे जिन्होंने लीड किया स्टैंडर्ड चार्टर्ड बैंक को एंड इनका रिसेंटली निधन हो गया। आई रिपीट, गुरविंदर सिंह तलवार या फिर राणा तलवार के नाम से फेमस थे एंड ये वो पहले एशियन थे एंड पहले इंडियन थे जिन्होंने लीड किया स्टैंडर्ड चार्टर्ड बैंक को और इनका निधन हो गया एट द एज ऑफ 76। नेक्स्ट, किस स्टेट या यूटी की पहले हॉकी ओलंपियन सुखबीर सिंह गिल, इनका निधन हो गया है? तो सुखबीर सिंह गिल ये चंडीगढ़ से बिलोंग करते हैं एंड ये पहले ये यूटी पे चंडीगढ़ यूटी के पहले हॉकी ओलंपियन थे जिनका भी रिसेंटली निधन हो गया। तो दोस्तों ये थे हमारे आज के इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक्स के कुछ करंट अफेयर्स। अब चलते हैं कुछ रिवीजन पार्ट पर जो कि आपकी लर्निंग में काफ़ी हेल्प करेगा। Which ministry and RIS signed a memorandum of understanding for enhancement in the Ayush service sector? So it is Ministry of Ayush and RIS. What is RIS? RIS is your research and information system for developing countries. I repeat, what is this RIS? Research and information system for developing countries. So Ministry of Ayush and RIS, they signed an MOU to bring an overview to the Ayush service sector and foster academic cooperation and collaboration with RIS, that is Research and Information System for the developing countries. This MOU will strengthen the academic cooperation and will collaborate to undertake research, policy and publications for national as well as regional and international journals. Correct? Basically, we can say here traditional medicine will be promoted, Ayush sector will be promoted. Even if you remember IREDA, they made it mandatory for insurance companies to include Ayush related treatment in their insurance, in the medical insurance from 1st of April 2024. Next is, what is the theme of Maharashtra MSME Defense Expo 2024? So remember, recently Maharashtra MSME Defense Expo was held. This was held in Pune, Maharashtra, right? And it was held from 24th to 26th of Feb. There was a theme that you need to remember here for this expo event, that is Inspire, Learn, Engage. Right? Who were the organizers here? Maharashtra government along with Maharashtra Industrial Development Corporation. So Maharashtra government and Maharashtra Industrial Development Corporation together organized this Maharashtra MSME Defense Expo 2024. Right? Take a note of this. Then during this expo, we saw multiple industries and multiple licensing agreements were held. Multiple MOUs were signed between multiple organizations. Right? Next, REC, that is Rural Electrification Corporation, they have joined hands with which organization for infrastructure and energy projects in Damodar Valley? So it is your DVC. REC, they joined or they have recently signed agreements worth 588 crore rupees with Damodar Valley Corporation, that is DVC, and it is to strengthen the infrastructure and energy projects in the Damodar Valley region. Where is this Damodar Valley region? That is in West Bengal and Jharkhand. Correct? Take a note of this. Next is, India handed over chess Olympiad torch to which country recently? So India has officially handed over the chess Olympiad torch to Hungary. Right? It was to Hungary, and this will, remember, Hungary is the country that will host the 45th edition of the chess Olympiad in 2024, and this will be from 10 to 23rd of September 2024. Mark this. Hungary will be hosting the chess Olympiad 2024 and it will be in Budapest, Hungary. Right? Next, remember, India hosted 44th FIDE Chess Olympiad in 2022, and where was this held? It was at Mahabalipuram and the state name is Tamil Nadu. Next is ECI, Election Commission of India. They signed an MOU with which organization for electoral awareness ahead of Lok Sabha polls? So Election Commission of India, they signed a memorandum of understanding with IBA, that is Indian Banks Association, and Department of Post, that is DOP, that comes under the Ministry of Communication. And the aim of this MOU between ECI, IBA and Department of Post is to basically enhance the voter awareness, correct? To create voter awareness, right? Electoral awareness, to tell people about the elections, right? That how elections are conducted, what are their rights, how they should vote, what are the criteria they should look into a political party before voting. Correct? So that is the reason to create this electoral awareness. Election Commission of India, Indian Banks Association and Department of Post, these together they signed an MOU to create electoral awareness. If we talk about IBA, Indian Banks Association, who is the chief executive here? Sunil Mehta, and the headquarters is in Mumbai, Maharashtra. Next is Ministry of Ayush signed a memorandum of understanding with which ministry for nutritional improvement in adolescent girls through Ayurveda. Through Ayurveda. So which is that ministry? So Ministry of Ayush, they recently signed an MOU with. So which is that ministry? It is Ministry of Women, Child and Development. Right? This MOU was signed in presence of Union Minister Sarbandna Sonowal of Ministry of Ayush and Union Minister Smriti Irani of Ministry of Women, Child and Development. Right? Next is WUWW, that is United World Wrestling. They have lifted the suspension of which country's wrestling federation? So United World Wrestling, they have lifted the suspension on the Wrestling Federation of India. Correct? They have unlifted or they have lifted the suspension of the Wrestling Federation of India. Take this. This is important and this is with immediate effect from 13th of Feb 2024. Correct? And remember, WFI, that is Wrestling Federation of India, was suspended because of the delay in the elections in organization. Right? And here remember, UWW, they recently also instructed WFI that if there will be a lifting ban, then there need to be elections of the athletes. Correct? They need to conduct the elections for the athletes commission before 1st of July 2024 in order for them to lift this ban. Next is which ministry launched APAR in remote villages across India? So this APAR was launched by Ministry of Education. Now what is this APAR stands for? It is Automated Permanent Academic Account Registry. I repeat, Automated Permanent Academic Account Registry. Next is RBI imposed a penalty of 3 crore rupees on which organization or banks? So RBI imposed a total penalty of 3 crore rupees, right? In this, remember, it imposed penalty on SBI, Canara Bank, City Union Bank and Ocean Capital Markets Limited, right? If we look at Canara Bank, a penalty of 32.3 lakh crore 32.3 lakh penalty was imposed. Then if we talk about Ocean Capital Market Limited, a penalty of 16 lakh rupees was imposed. If we talk about City Union Bank, a penalty of 66 lakh rupees was imposed. And if we talk about SBI, a penalty of 2 crore rupees were imposed. World Defence Show 2024 was held where? So World Defence Show for the year 2024 was recently held in Riyadh. Now you will say, sir, Riyadh option is not given here. So remember, where is Riyadh? Riyadh is in Saudi Arabia. In here also remember at Riyadh International Convention and Exhibition Center, that is in Saudi Arabia. This World Defence Show was held from 4 to 8th of Feb. Right? Take a note, and there is a theme on which this World Defence Show was based, that is Equipped for Tomorrow. Equipped for Tomorrow. This is the theme for the World Defence Show held in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Right? Next is which edition of Racing Day was conducted by Indian Coast Guard recently? So remember, it was the 48th Racing Day conducted by Indian Coast Guard. Correct? And this day, or there was a name for the event for this day, that was Day at Sea. I repeat, Day at Sea. This was the name of the event. Correct? That was the 48th Racing Day conducted by Indian Coast Guard. Right? And where was this event held? It was held in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. During this celebration, 8 ships of Indian Coast Guard, and with more than 1500 guests took part in this particular exercise, right? And remember, Indian Coast Guard Day, we saw that it was the 48th raising day, but on which day it was observed? It was on the 1st of Feb. On 1st of Feb, we observed the 48th raising day of Indian Coast Guard. Next is Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways partnered with which organization or institute to set up India's first Gati Shakti Research Chair. So remember, India's first Gati Shakti Research Chair will be set up in IIM Shillong, and remember, this will be to cater the multimodal logistics sector, right? To basically grow and update or basically enhance your multimodal logistics sector, especially in the northeastern region. So this India's first Gati Shakti Research Chair will be set up in Shillong, Meghalaya, in IIM Shillong, and for which Ministry of Port, Shipping and Waterways partnered with IIM Shillong. Correct? Then this chair will also aim to promote collaboration with global exports and support multimodal logistic research activities. Next, which bank partnered with Leremit for cross-border transactions for MSME? LEREMITT, right? So which is that bank that has partnered with Leremit for cross-border transactions for MSME? It is Yes Bank, right? Yes Bank Limited has partnered with a Bangalore-based startup, that is Leremit, right? And this will enable MSMEs. This will enable MSMEs to conduct international transactions that will include US dollar and euro. Right? This will offer transparency, efficiency, and will provide cost benefits to the small businesses that are involved in the global trade. If we talk about Leremit, who is the co-founder and CEO? Sheetal Jain. Headquarters is in Bangalore, Karnataka. Next, HSBC. They have partnered with which organization to finance climate technology firms? In order to finance climate technology firms, HSBC recently partnered with whom? They partnered with GCP. GCP is your Google Cloud Platform. See, all these three of them, they are the cloud platforms of the individual company. AWS is for Amazon, GCP for Google, Azure for Microsoft. But recently, remember, it was GCP, that is Google Cloud Platform, that has partnered with HSBC in order to provide finance for the climate technology firms. Right? And here it is expected that HSBC will be funding about $1 billion to climate tech companies. Right? And this will be done through the corporate social responsibility initiatives of Google Cloud Platform. Next, which real estate developer recently received the SEBI approval for their inaugural alternate investment fund, that is AIF? So this will be a category 2 alternate investment fund that will be set up, and for this the approval was received by SEBI. It is Shivalik Investment Fund, right? Shivalik Investment Fund has recently received the regulatory approval from SEBI in order to set up their category 2 alternative investment fund. This fund aims to raise 300 crore rupees through a private placement including 150 crore rupees green shoe option. So just remember, it is Shivalik Investment Fund aims to raise 300 crore rupees through this AIF, and it is Shivalik Investment Fund, that is the real estate developer that recently got the approval from SEBI. And this Shivalik Investment Fund, remember, this is a Ahmedabad, Gujarat based real estate developer. Correct? And or I correct myself, it is the fund, alternative investment fund, here it will be framed, right, made, but actual name of the company is Shivalik Group, right? Don't get remove this investment fund, right? So it is Shivalik Group that will be setting up this Shivalik Investment Fund, that is an alternative investment fund. How many aims were inaugurated by PM Modi recently on his visit to Gujarat? During his visit to Gujarat on 24th and 25th of Feb recently, he inaugurated how many aims? So remember, a total of 5 aims, right? They were inaugurated. They will be at Rajkot, Bhatinda, then Raebareli, then Kalyani, and Mangalagiri. Mangalagiri. Right? Apart from this was first thing, right? During his visit to Gujarat, he inaugurated 5 aims. Second thing, remember, he also inaugurated Sudarshan Setu Bridge. Sudarshan Setu Bridge. Now the question can be asked to you is that where is this Sudarshan Setu Bridge? Where did he visit? Gujarat. So this Sudarshan Setu Bridge is also located in Gujarat, and indirectly this question can be asked that what is the name of the bridge recently inaugurated by PM Modi in Gujarat? So Sudarshan Setu. Correct. Apart from this, then new Mundra Panipat pipeline project worth 9,000 crore rupees was also inaugurated. If we talk about Gujarat, what is the capital of Gujarat? Gandhinagar. Where is your gift city? Then who is the chief minister of Gujarat? Bhupendra Patel. Who is the governor here? Acharya Devrat. MOSDE. What is MOSDE? Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. They have launched which platform to boost employability and professional development? So, Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, they have launched Swam Plus. This is the name of a portal. What are portals? Portals are websites, correct? And the aim of this platform, Swam Portal, is basically to focus on employment. To focus on employment, to provide job opportunities to today's youth, to provide them with skills, to provide them with certificates, so that with the help of that certificate they can be classified as a certified person of that particular skill, and on the basis of that when they go to any company and apply for certain positions, certain openings, then they can use that certificate and they will be considered. Where will be new aims built? In Jammu and Kashmir. So in Vijaypur district of Samba, remember here, new aims will be built, and recently PM Narendra Modi inaugurated, dedicated and laid the foundations of worth more than 32,000 crore rupees of projects in Jammu and Kashmir, and among them he inaugurated this aims Vijaypur in Jammu and Kashmir. Next is NIA. They have signed a memorandum of understanding with which organization? So recently NIA, that is India's NIA, that is your National Institute of Ayurveda, they have signed a memorandum of understanding with which organization? They signed this with Thailand's DTAM. Now what is DTAM? DTAM stands for your Department of Thai Traditional and Alternative Medicine. Department of Thai Traditional and Alternative Medicine, that is DTAM. It is of Thailand. So India's NIA, National Institute of Ayurveda, and Thailand's Department of Thai Traditional and Alternative Medicine, and as the name suggests, from both of these institutes, the MOU between them was signed to establish academic collaboration in Ayurveda sector, right? And we know that NIA, this is an apex institute that comes under the Ministry of Ayush. Then this MOU will foster academic collaboration in Ayurveda and Thai traditional medicines that are based equality and mutual benefits. Then here, because of this MOU, we will be seeing exchange of experts between the countries. We will be seeing research in this particular sector. Various training programs will be held here, and even technical activities will be conducted in order to boost the Ayurveda sector. Quality Control of India, that is QCI, along with which organization has launched a DigiReady certification portal. I repeat, DigiReady certification portal, that is DRC. So this Digital Ready certification portal, this is basically an online assessment, online self-assessment tool for digital readiness. That means This DRC, Digi Ready certification, will tell you about your skills. It is basically a self assessment, and this will tell you that how much you are digital ready, correct, for job market. This is developed by QCI, that is Digital Ready Certification, DRC. Now the question asked here is this DRC was jointly launched by QCI along with which organization? It is ONDC. ONDC is your open network for digital commerce, and this is a step towards fostering digital inclusion of MSMEs, right? So that we can onboard more and more MSMEs here, correct? So take a note of this. Then if we talk about QCI, who is the chairman of QCI? Jaxi Shaw. Where is the headquarter of QCI? It is in New Delhi, and it was established in 1997. Next is Ministry of Finance recognized which airline as a designated Indian carrier? So Akasa Air, right? Akasa Air as a is designed Indian carrier, right? Or it has been designated as the Indian carrier, correct? This will be facilitating the carrier's international flights. So right option becomes option 1. Ministry of Finance recognized Akasa Airline as a designated Indian carrier. That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel, you can go and follow us at Affairs Cloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the of courses offered to you or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this, friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is affairscloud_official. In the end, friends, if you use a code that is Vikas10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code Vikas10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number, that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.